What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. It's George. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about and taking a closer look at Venice Beach. We're not only going to be focusing our attention specifically on the homeless, we're just going to be taking a look around on how things have just changed over time, specifically in nearly 2 years, because the last time I went to Venice Beach was almost 2 years ago. And when I went back a couple of days ago, let me tell you, I did not expect to see the way it is right now, and I honestly don't have a lot of words for it either. It's just insane, to be honest. I know a lot of people have done a video on this topic in Venice Beach, but I'm just going to be showing you guys what I recorded and what I saw this day. And we're also going to be comparing this day to how it was nearly 2 years ago, because what very few of you might know is that one of my first videos when I first started here on YouTube was actually in Venice Beach. It was actually with my girl Kim. Some of you guys may also remember her. Don't worry, she'll be back on the channel soon enough. But yeah, we basically took a bike ride from Santa Monica Beach to Venice Beach. And that was actually the last time I went to Venice Beach. It was one of our favorite hobbies. Well, it still is, but we just haven't gone since then. So I'm going to be showing you guys some clips from that video and incorporate them onto the clips that I recorded this day. And again, it's just crazy how many things could change in less than 2 years. Now, just a quick heads up, the video I'm talking about, I actually posted it on the summer of 2019, but I actually had to take it down because I had a few issues with it, with the background sound of it, and I didn't repost it again until months later, until January of 2020. So even though it was posted on January of last year, the video is actually from 2019, summer of 2019. If you guys want to see that video after this one, and you guys want to just see how everything has just changed from a year and a half from today, I will leave the link to that video down below in the description box below so you guys can check it out after this one. But anyways, as a lot of us know, California, one of its biggest issues is homeless, right? Out of all the states of the US, California has the majority of them. LA being the one where the majority of them are, and pretty much in every city in California, you're gonna see homeless people. Even going down the main street of Venice Boulevard to get to Venice Beach, you're going to see them. You're going to see them basically in every corner, and this is just how the streets of LA now look. Just with all trash all over the streets, things being lit up on fire. It's just a mess. A lot of these homeless people as well, also they built their homes next to the freeways. As you guys can see, it's just very sad. One of the things that really got me frustrated was that a couple days ago on the news, they were saying how they were cleaning up the freeways. Well, actually, it was only the Freeway 10, one of the exits on Freeway 10. But that was it. This is a much bigger issue than that. I know littering is an issue, but we're talking about human beings right here. Again, there's really nothing that gets done about this. The government here basically says that he's going to do something and he's going to do the other. And then towards the end of the day, nothing gets done. You guys can see all these people just living in their cars. Okay guys, so here now is Venice Beach, and this is actually another issue that I've talked about in the past on my previous videos. How many places have simply closed down or simply can't lease or rent because of the price that they are going for. You guys can see, for instance, here, I think this used to be an ice cream shop. I could be wrong though. It says nice cream, and another place going for lease. Who knows the amount of money that that's going for. And again, homeless people are starting to accumulate more throughout Venice Beach, and even more places that are going for lease and for rent. The houses here are what, like well over like $3 million, but who's gonna want to pay $3 million plus for a nice beach view, but you guys are gonna get like the view of all these homeless people as well? And we're simply not living in times where many could say that they're just gonna waste their money on one go. But going back to the homeless, guys, and I actually mentioned this on one of my previous videos as well, that these are individual people who at one point in their past lives were never homeless. A lot of them had careers. A lot of them are still very talented. You guys can see the lady right there. She is just with her guitar. And I actually lowered the volume a little bit here because it was very windy that day, and the audio, it just really bothers the camera a lot, of course. But again, you guys can see the environment that they create. They're still together, you know, even though that they are going through this, and they simply should not be living like this. You guys can see the dogs right there. Very nice. But you guys can see this specific part of Venice Beach. There's not a lot of homeless people, but throughout time that can just simply very well expand, depending on whether or not anything gets done about this situation, or depending on whether the governor here gets replaced or not. Because let's face it, this guy has a lot of power, right? The governor here of California has a lot of power to do something about this. But if he's still in office, which I doubt it, because a lot of people just simply want him out, which is a very, very good thing. So Venice Beach can be how it is back then. You know, there's just simply a lot of things going on here. By the way, if you are one who want to make a video on this topic and record the homeless, just a little quick heads up. Do not record their faces directly, because I know a lot of them don't like to be on camera. Even if you are recording them from a far distance, try to not make it obvious, because a lot of them do take offense that you are recording them. So again, just a little quick heads up. But you know, Venice has always been one of those places that have a very great environment. Throughout the years, they've made a lot of movies in Venice. There's a lot of bike shops as well. That was actually my personal favorite activity. It's actually one of my favorite activities still till this day. It's just bike riding throughout Venice. It's a very great environment, a great activity to do. Now hear me out on this. One of the first things that I thought to myself when I returned to Venice Beach after almost 2 years, with seeing all these homeless people that are around the beach, I thought to myself, how are the rest of the people who come to Venice Beach are okay with seeing this? Like, why aren't they talking about anything? But at the same time, after I thought about that, a lot of these people that come to the beach, they've been living near Venice Beach or coming to Venice Beach for God knows how long, years and years. A lot of these people that are adults, teenagers, in their 20s, 30s, you name it, have always been in Venice Beach growing up. This was their like to go to place, right? Where they will do all their activities. So even though there's a lot of homeless people now, people have great memories here, and they just simply like to come in Venice Beach. They like to come take pictures here still, enjoy the nice sunset or the nice sun, beach, sand, you go ahead and name it. But as I mentioned, it's just crazy how things have really changed in less than 2 years. Really amazing. And by amazing, I don't mean a good thing, but I just really hope that things could change for the better. That's for sure. Now I'm going to show you guys one of the clips on how it was nearly 2 years ago to how it is right now. So to make things a bit more short, guys, Venice should simply be a place that should not look like this. I mean, We're talking about Venice Beach right here, right? A place that is literally next to Santa Monica Beach, where the famous Santa Monica Pier is at. If you go to airports and you see LA, you're going to see the Santa Monica Pier, and Venice is right next to it. Imagine people who come to California that travel from different states or even different countries from different parts of the world, and they come to Venice Beach and they're gonna see this. It's just really gonna be sad. And again, it's something that should just really be frustrating to just think about, for especially for the people that grew up in Venice Beach. But even so, there's also police officers here just making sure everyone is staying safe and that everyone is safe the way it should be. And one thing that I really love about the people here in Venice Beach is that even though we are living in tough times today, difficult times in this state and in other parts of the world, people here, they're just here to have a good time as well. As you guys can see, there are people walking here, and it's things like this that make a big difference in no matter where you go. It could be Venice Beach, it could be downtown Los Angeles, or anywhere near these locations. You guys are gonna see there are people just filled with life. You know, they're just fighting. And again, we can be living in difficult times, but it's the people that make the difference. So again, even though we may not be living in, I guess you can say, normal times, and Venice Beach isn't at its full potential the way it was a couple years ago, people here are just filled with life, energy, and just positive vibes all around. So with that being said, I hope you took some part of this video with you, and if you did, don't forget to drop it a thumbs up, because not only does that help me, but it also helps YouTube recommend this video to another person that can very well find this content useful. And as always, thank you guys for taking the time and sticking till the end of this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Peace.